Dear friends, welcome to daily master course of Keshet Eilon. And the masterclass today will be given by a very special person, the graduate of Keshet Eilon from the early 90s, Sergey Ostrovsky. Today Sergey enjoying a wonderful career as a soloist leader of the Aviv Quartet, professor. So it's my pleasure to give stage now to Sergey Ostrovsky.
Thank you very much. I'm very, very happy to participate in Keshet Eilon for the sixth time as a teacher. And in this very unusual way that we all have to do it, and I really admire the efforts and of Keshet Eilon to give the possibility to the students to have master classes and individual lessons on the video platforms, and bravo to all the team of Keshet Eilon to make it possible, to Vadim Bailey to provide all this technical support to this idea, because I think it's quite unique. But Keshet Eilon, it's always been unique and special like no other course. I felt it as a student good 30 years ago, and now I feel it as a teacher. So we welcome Joel Munday playing Sibelius Concerto, and let's hear his video. Okay, bravo, bravo. Wonderful performance. You very, very gifted violinist. It's just um, remarkable to see you in such a easy way doing all the difficult passages here in the Sibelius concerto, and many things are which are traditionally wrong in the level of rhythm or maybe some dynamics, although it's a little difficult to judge, of course, by the internet sound. But anyway, we could see the proportion. Yeah, of course, I must admit that we all now got a lot of experience in working in distance online, and there are certain aspects of sound production which could not be covered by this kind of lessons because we simply don't have this natural connection between what we see and what we hear. Now, excellent, you know this concerto very well. You play very secure, good presentation. I would like to suggest certain things in this concerto which maybe would turn you into more introvert approach of this music as more Nordic atmosphere. You are very really like everything you play, you make sure everything is very healthy sounds projecting. You know, it's a it's a good, very good thing. Even for the beginning, I personally disagree with people who start this concerto very far away, like uh, almost white sound, sometimes non vibrato, it's written mezzo forte, espressivo, dolce. So all these things Sibelius wrote not for, definitely not for people to start playing. He was misleading a little bit on his description of the eagle, which is flying above the mountains and everything. Yes, right. But we are not watching the eagle from the ground. We are the eagle who watches the ground. So therefore, I think when the orchestra starts in pianissimo, yeah, triple piano, you should enter, yeah, four dynamics more and really with the very warm sound, which you do, and I like it very much. Look, Joel, many things rhythmically thinking are very good, but I think there is some way um, in making it even more even more dramatic. Actually, talking about dramatics, I wanted to suggest you that the dramatic is not would not be just making it take the people into your world. You don't have to give them all and to shout as sometimes I get enough of this declamation, like you are talking to thousands of people. Sometimes you are just talking to one, or are you talking to yourself, to God? I don't know. You are much more sincere and deep. One thing, if I may, is I know, as I absolutely see you play with orchestras, doing competitions and stuff, your face expression, which I am not against. Believe me, I don't come from this Russian tradition of just nothing to express. But I must say that there is certain things which would be very good if you could let people feel and don't make them already. This is how the music, and this is how you should feel about it. So therefore, also relaxing your face would help certain sound liberty, like flexibility, because you're serious, you expressive, but sometimes I feel just tense in the face. Now also. And therefore, I'm a little bit sorry about that I can't hear you live now, but you are holding the bow in quite unusual way of really putting the finger in the thing here, uh, which from my experience gives big sound. It gives definitely bigger sound. But gets little less control. I don't know how heavy is your bow, but maybe I would just for string crossing and all the more mobility within the arm, I would maybe go into the middle a little more. I mean, middle position. As we have quite a short time, I would like to point out, because I want to cover those things which I don't want to start now, do half an hour of 3 lines and then not to cover. I will jump now a little bit from place to place. Now, on the first page, um, here we have the triplet large quite. And then we have 30 seconds, which I'm sorry, I still didn't learn it the British way how to pronounce it. I always impressed how people pronounce it in England. But you understand me, right? 30 seconds. The 30 seconds should be more further away from the because they were ta 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 ta. They were a little bit, and those also then 16s then are coming in a quite similar way. So let's get it really different from and then you feel 1, 2, 3, 4. And also, what makes it really dramatic is that you hold G till the very end. Down, 2, 3, 4, and then actually the rhythmical point of it comes very good. Then, when we have, if you connect long notes and those 16ths are having actually more resistance within the ta-da-da with the bow connection, then you really get three totally different way of expressions rhythmically, right? So maybe we could start just from there, and then you can continue.
Yes.
Very good. 16th, just from Poco Forte. For me, they are a little too singing. For me, again, you know, all the violinists might propose something different, but I want you to lead within the 16th, well, toward the note with resistance, but and also try when you do it already. Like I will not annoy you with this, but try to make relaxed completely here the eyebrows and everything. Just there is one book by a great stage director of Russian, Stanislavski, who wrote actually, who is writing there. That's a book called Work of the Actor on his daily work. So he says that eyebrow, just even a little bit of tension in the eyebrow doesn't allow to pass the emotion to the audience. That's what he writes. Well, okay. Now try to think otherwise. Now try to make tense your eyebrow and try to play. You will see that it will not work. So just try to just have all the muscles in your face absolutely relaxed, and then I will not bother you anymore with that. Just pay attention. So from there, from Poco Forte or Minor Forte. Okay, now, Joe, good, but here writes the triplet and the 4/16. And then sforzando on the top. You play it a little too round. It's too normal for me. And of course, the second sforzando, it's even more crazy. For, how to manage? So I would just wait a little bit on the G before the sforzando. Wait on the G. I mean, playing it, yeah, T-tam, and then make sure that both hands, vibrato and the speed comes together to make this sforzando really meaningful. Not just because it's written. Okay, go from there. From there. Joe. It still sounds very equal for me. Ta 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 ta. La, ta 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 ta
Okay.
dam, para. You know, composers of today, they are writing ta 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 ta, by writing one line which comes to three, four, five lines. Ta, 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 ta. Yeah, and you can see this. They composers of romantic and post-romantic period. They did not use this. They did also, you know, Tchaikovsky. Here, exactly the same thing. Eight notes, triplets, sixteens. How to develop this? So, and second passage already more equal length of the notes. Try again, just
Okay.
really take a risk.
Yeah.
By the way, if you miss B flat, it will not be too much of the problem. It's just for me to that you understand this, you know, dramatism.
Would you suggest that I play it all in one bow, from the G to the B flat? Because at the moment I divide.
Maybe like this, something.
Okay. Yes.
And okay, John. Okay, so wait, and then you give us for Sandro. Wait, don't stop your bow. Play the G, and then just do this exercise. Also, you will do it second time after. Okay, do it again.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, continue and do it second time as well.
Okay.
Now you get it, right? After this timing and how much to do, this is up to you and up to the situation, right? Okay,
Yeah.
now let me jump a little bit because the rest of the page was very good. A little too normal for me. I would go a little bit more, maybe it's internet also, but I would go a little more waves. Yeah, so and you can stop and feel how it's harder. It's actually harder, more difficult to get to the tops of it. Okay, try this cadence.
Yes.
Okay, good. I would even use vibrato on the top notes. Because this is harder to vibrate, so that you will get a little. I'm good for doing the diminuendo because for many years all the students did. By the way, all these diminuendos are very important. Okay, you got this.
Yes.
Now let me jump two passages of octaves. You're really playing them not broken octaves. You're really doing all the octaves at once. First of all, I think it's not only that it's easier to make it broken, but I think they are more dramatic like this, because this just sounds more normal. Now, for just a few suggestions. First of all, I always say to my students, connect your index finger in both hands. because a series of octaves, it's a series of shifts. So the index finger here controlling this very much. So then when you learned it, actually your bow should not leave the position of the A string, for my opinion. Also, then I start like in the middle a little bit sharper. Then you can check, that's what I always suggest. C sharp, that you start really from the frog. And the only one which you do different, but it's the last one, okay? Naturally. That you give more bow on the first note, more bow on the first note. So that's therefore actually, I suggest that you learn it once only with the index finger. That's of course for both passages. Now, one thing rhythmically which could be really, really important, it's two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you really play the proportion of the which he wrote, it makes the effect of what we miss in Keshet Eilon really this year. That's the archery. So it's really misses that we pull the string really to da 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 da 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 pai dum pom pom da da da, and then the tutti enters and really as a release of all the forces and this I would like actually to hear if you could play for me. Pom, 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 pom. If you could play for me from this episode. And good, much better. I think it's okay to take two balls. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And after the 6, you do, because anything you do before the 6th beat sounds like a real 8 notes or something really da da da, or the quarters or something. Also, I think when it's tight, the da da da, the three notes there, it makes it much more dramatic than ta 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 ta. Actually, this is what now I see a little bit. While we work it, you tend to round things a little up, a little bit to make them more, nice. Maybe in certain places you should not. And now, one suggestion here. Here, don't rush, because I've seen many times here when it starts to be a little virtuoso passage and people do miss stuff and fun. I think it's actually also we are gaining the resistance and even more resistance. And even bigger. And there also rhythmical connection. If you compare, because people used to do and actually almost twice too fast. Whereas written pesante vivando. So yeah, so here it's a quite a huge, huge culmination. Would you mind just do it once? From there, I know it's hard to jump,
Yes.
but you know, is there from there?
Yes. Yes.
Sorry, do you?
I'm trying to remember. Oh yes. I think yeah.
It's after a second. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Go.
Okay.
Very good, very good. Try to break the chords a little more compact. That this gets more, because look what happens when you. It sounds almost like a to ta ta to ta ra to ta ra.
Yeah.
Now diminuendo. Diminuendo, very important. And I don't know. I think you're a very strong violinist. You can do it really on the G string there. I think it's quite emotional, this thing. Listen, Joel, wonderful working with you, and thank you very much. I'm sorry that we
Thank you very much.
but I really do hope that we get to meet each other like in person, and we get to work in this some occasion, yeah. And good luck with everything you do. Good
Thank you
luck
so
with.
much.
And I hope that this. A few details which we were discussing will help you in this concerto, which you already know and play very well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. So, hello to our second student today. It's Demirhan Gökbudak, who plays Wieniawski original theme and variations, and welcome to our masterclass. And I suggest that we hear first the video.
Thank you.
bravo Demirhan, bravo the pianist. I don't know the name, but wonderful playing, both of you, and also bravo for taking the time and preparing the high quality of video recording with microphones and two cameras and everything. I think it's very pleasant, in our new times of video communication. I really start to appreciate a lot when people do it. Try to make it better, the microphone sounded so we could really. I think student only benefits from that, because then the lesson is of course more useful. Demirhan, I chose you playing Wieniawski into this masterclass from the list I got, the suggestions. And the whole time you played, first I had two things. First of all, I was very happy to hear you play, because it's fantastic. It's really great. Great how you play. What a wonderful violinist you are. And really, I enjoyed so much. And the second thought, which got thing, I said, why did I choose this piece to the masterclass if somebody plays it so well? Because what can I add actually? If it's clear that the piece you know very well, and you did fantastic work on it, and I don't know. It sounds like you have experience and in this piece, and you have performed it. At least that's what the feeling you give. But one thing, and I will try to point out, as someone who maybe never brought up as a virtuoso circus violinist. Nothing was easy for me, so I could really, never not to think about it. I was always worried. I was always nervous because it came difficult, and and I love playing, but it's till the very late stage. I never thought that playing fast and playing these double stops could be easy. Now I learned and forced myself to play this kind of repertoire with an impression that it's easy for me, that I always been born playing like this, easy and everything. And then people come to me and say, oh, it looks really like you're born with the violin, and like you play effortless, like it's really easy. Yeah, okay, then it's good. Then I think that's how we succeed, because we all understand how difficult things are, and we all understand how even connecting strings and legato, it's already an issue, and we really work on it. And for 40 seconds of Wieniawski, we work hours and days and months. So making this sound and making this look easy, I think it's maybe the thing which I would suggest you in this piece, because you play fantastic. You really play very well. You have very good bow arm. I would, in a bow arm, I just would suggest a little bit using more wrist into the string crossing, even. So I see little bits like steps, whichever, and it comes several times. And it's so funny. You played the whole thing so serious. Your face were like, absolutely. You were like, really like, almost. I would say like somebody forced you, like you're doing a Wieniawski competition, you have to play something by Wieniawski even if you don't want to. No, but and then in the finale, the only thing which you missed, only one thing which you, I think it was something in a very coda, like one thing you missed, and then you were smiling. And that was so natural. That was so sincere. It made up, for all this. So I would say, yeah, okay, good. This was a release of the whole tension, and maybe it's funny that it came in the end, and therefore the end actually released completely this tension. But I think, of course, when you this theme original, yeah. Okay, this I understand this, but when you play, it's a circus, and you should play like a little bit imagining Perelman, like how he plays Bazzini, and I think why Perelman achieves the effect really the maybe the most impressive in the violin world playing Bazzini, him and Maxim in the concert of 2013 in Holland when they played with Itamar Golan in 1994. I think the joy and it really sounded like it's so easy, but of course we know that it's difficult. But I think you should definitely think of it as a psychological approach. We will not have time to do everything, so I just try to think of the moments. Maybe I would go from the variation. I try to think. Maybe from that variation. Now, in the bow division, I would suggest. So really making it shorter and the upbeat and the lighter the final note. By the way, it's the same in the staccato part, in the finale. It's because you do play really serious, and then so you do play so which makes it a little heavy, I find. And if you play the like as if you are sliding on a skateboard, try to do this, and I think you'll be much better.
Yeah.
Try.
All right.
Good. Excellent. Excellent. I must say that here now the video it's a little blurry, so I don't see everything in detail. But it's good that I already watched the good version, so I can imagine. Excellent. Wait. First of all. I don't have the part with me, but I think the shift, you should, yeah, exactly. What this is wonderful because you were waiting when your bow really arrives to this point, and also there you should really plan a little bit on your bow when is the shift coming, and a shift has full right to have a space on the bow. So it makes it more sure. Let's try again this variation.
Yeah.
Excellent. Demirhan. Very, very good. You see, it's already much more precise. I'm always afraid to show you this because you do play very, very good. I would accent a little bit, mark it a little. After this in the harmonics, no, I would not jump so hard. I would make it really actually closer to that. Yeah, it's very good. So excellent. Can you play from there there and mark it a little bit?
Sorry.
Okay, excellent. Demirhan, very, very good. Then, so also this is much better. You played already closer to the string because I told you just of the other passage, and also try to hold your forefinger more natural, like not because people sometimes they tend to change completely the position and do something like this. I don't know why, but take the time and needed for this shift of the octaves, and I think agogically you could really do it, and then take time and catch up on the way down. I'm sure it's possible. So let's do from that part.
Yeah.
Even musically, feel it important. Vibrate it and really feel with your whole body. Very good. This is very good. Now let's jump to the this I don't remember. And there, actually, if you could use a little bit more wrist connecting between the two strings, could you try and then go into the finale?
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Okay, okay, okay. Good. Can I suggest take it slightly faster? Because it's difficult to play in this tempo. First of all, if I would be you, I would try to do a different staccato. So then on the string, and so short ones in the middle, and then and then you Hagai Shacham showed me once how he works on the staccato. Really, minimum. Really, if you do one note longer, that's already you missed it. So really compact. And actually, you aim that the whole passage would be in an upper third, and then yeah, I didn't practice it, but I'm sure if you do a little bit, it will be much better. So try a little fresher tempo. That for short ones, for sure, will be easier for you to.
Yeah.
Pum 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 pum. Okay, very good. Very good. Well, you try it out. You practice it, and you try how you, and even I would risk, and I would risk and try to do it in one bow, but try to work it. Now, okay, let's go to the very end. When you start, when you stay alone and you have the 10th. I think you can take it larger and really take it very dramatic, musically dramatic. Yeah. You could take a few bars before the. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. So a little more precise there, where it's the semitone when it's full tone. And really on the bow, all the shifts on the bow, Yeah, don't try to jump. This is very difficult place. You can do directly from there, from the tenth. Very good, very good. So I meant when you understood me, but I meant it's in the low voice and in the upper voice as well. You can, you just do it separately once, really to make sure. But then connect your art, your right arm toward the low voice and really base on it, and the upper voice would accompany, because you cannot, fix both at the same time. You base on the low voice and then. Listen, I'm sorry we have a little shorter time, but I really enjoyed working with you, Demirhan, and I really hope that next year maybe if you come again to Keshet Eilon and we can make it as usual, I will be happy to work with you in person, and bravo for your performance. Really, you play very, very, very well, and bravo to the pianist again for the wonderful accompaniment.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, okay, yes. Now I see. I'll send a few question. Okay, so I see the questions. How do you manage to combine a solo quartet, orchestra leading, and teaching? It must be difficult. Yes, it is not easy, but I must say that it is very enriching finally. And sometimes people tend to tell me that I do too much and I travel too much. Well, we all travel much less now, but I think string quartet first violin is supposed to be everything. So it should be really like a top soloist having really ability to play the most difficult parts. It should be also a conductor because it needs to show to cue to. It should lead like a concertmaster. It should listen to other people and sometimes really to step back and really listen, letting others, letting other people lead. So it could be really a chamber musician, and then it requires a lot of organization. And what's important about it, and not to do something as a side job, like side job, like you say, okay, I have an orchestra and then I take a teaching job, this is nice to have. Yeah, nothing is on the side. Teaching job is the people who depending on you, because that's your students. They look at you and you go with you, they believe in you as a teacher. You cannot take them as a side job. Orchestra, you have to prepare every time because there are, especially as a concertmaster, you always work in the least and get in the most. Honestly, you have to be prepared, and not that one person thinks that you just came there to get some financial stability. No, concertmaster, it's a very important job. It's fantastic emotion when you really play, you're ready, the solos, when you play Scheherazade and this is the last note, no one breathes, everyone listens only to you. The string quartet is complex, it's not in 2 words, but I do it for 24 years now, and it's been ups and downs, and I am very happy. But I think we were discussing it yesterday. with my partner, definitely, string quartet is like another form of education, which gives you more even than even more than another degree, another master. Now, do you practice scales? What technical works, etudes, caprice, exercises the most beneficial as a student? Okay, I must say, and I'm sorry if I'm ruining someone's religion, I do not practice scales, and I never did. I think I learned the importance and how to practice them, right, when it was too late. I understood how to practice, and I make my students practice it, but for me it was I'm more etudes caprices guy. Like I really base on Kreutzer, and people come. I do ask to start from this mostly in the three parts of the bow. Then to do this, to do the for the position of the bow. Then as a preparation for the chords, then to do but not every not the whole etude, but many times every chord till we get really perfect to have a division of slow fast, light and heavy, to ram and never to them. So so I do like etudes. Of course, the third, don't number 8, don't 17. Yeah. Don't 5, don't 2. This is also very common in my class. Kreutzer, we work on most of them, depending on the technical problems of the student. Someone who doesn't open much the arm, I do try even number 4. But yes, but I'm more etudes. So who were your teachers? Okay, here we go. I started in Nizhny Novgorod, Russia, with David Lapidus. He's 93 years old now. He lives in Los Angeles. Then I continued with Lazar Gantman 1 year and Yuri Gluchovsky 1 year. Then after I left Russia, in Israel, I studied with Yair Kles and Irina Svetlova in Tel Aviv Academy. With Yair Kles 3 years, and then Irina Svetlova overall 6 years, who made the most impact of my technique, if you want to say this, but not only technique, but relation to the sound, relation to the music and the sense of music. And of course, my father, who is pianist, and he lives now in Boston, Massachusetts. He is 82, but he used to play with me quite a lot when I was younger. He's a fantastic musician. Of course, next to him, he was always my mentor, musically and personally. And I did my master's in Holland with Natalia Morozova in Rotterdam, and then master's in Amsterdam Conservatory with Alex Kerr, who was a concertmaster of Concertgebouw, now concertmaster of Dallas Symphony, and professor in Indiana Bloomington. Fantastic violinist who actually he's only 5 years older than me, and when we worked, he was like an older colleague and a friend who was like giving me direction after playing a lot of quartets already by that time, more into how to open sound to the solo, to the concertmaster, to cover, to go through the orchestra. That was a very important input in my violin playing. As a string quartet, we worked 2.5 years with Albenberg Quartet, and we also worked master classes with Amadeus Quartet, Isaac Stern, who during 2 years worked with us, and the connection with him was very, very important. He invited us to his 80th birthday concerts in Carnegie Hall. We played in 2000, 1 year before he died. Was very, very important, his influence in us. Of course, we did a lot of master classes with Quartet Juilliard, Isaïe, LaSalle, and others. What violin and bow are you playing? I play Giovanni Grancino violin from 1716. Bow, it's Warren. My student, thanks for everything. Professor, how would you suggest improving staccato? I'm not the great staccato. You know, I have students of mine sometimes playing much better than me, but as I said in the master class, what helped me a lot is the Hagai Shaham suggestion to do really to make it as compact as possible. So I do try to work like this. Technical, how do you practice ricochet, stroke, bow, ricochet, simple ricochet, string crossing? This is actually easy. String crossing, by the way, I really learned this in Keshet Eilon by Professor Grach, who suggested working very short and compact with the bow. For example, starting very compact on one point with the legato accent, and then getting the kick. But you see, I do it really, really, really compact, very compact and intense legato, and then you go it faster without increasing. Now, ricochet, this kind of ricochet. So it's very, very important that we don't do equal, not da 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 da, but we do it. So we do it as an upbeat, but also very important that it's very compact and not a lot of, because this doesn't. This is how I work. So first of all, of course, you turn the wood toward you, and you let it jump, but very much, very important that it's very compact. Now, very important also not to control it with the index finger. That's it. That's finished. You see how I jump? I usually even take it off. Okay, I think what I wanted also to say, and important for me, that of course we remember this year Ida Handel, who was a wonderful inspiration to the course, and I had the chance in 2001 to work on a masterclass with her. She was fantastic and inspiring musician. But I will also want to mention two more people who we will miss forever in Keshet Eilon. One is, of course, Fima, the coach for archery, who we knew very, very well, and it's very sad to learn about his passing away this week. And also this year we have lost a wonderful admirer of Keshet Eilon, who came every year and was on all the concerts and master classes. It's a wonderful, wonderful violin teacher, Uri Lavi, who was growing up generations of violinists in the north of Israel and all the area of Zichron Yaakov and Tivon, and many people started with him like near Rome, and definitely Shani Levi, who is a wonderful violinist today and presenting Israel in different festivals and masterclasses. But she started with him, and first few years he was her teacher, and I had the chance to work with him in the Kibbutz Chamber Orchestra, one of my first jobs as a concertmaster, and he was very supportive and kind man, and I was lucky to know him, and he came to listen to all our master classes. Unfortunately, this year he passed away, and he will be dearly missed. Well, I think that's all with the questions. I would like to thank everyone to join us today. Well, I would like to thank Itzhak and Gilad and all the team. I feel now that it's the time to go to the dinner all together and to discuss what we were working. And I really hope that next year we will meet here and we will all meet in the lawn, and we will come back to our normal way, our evening sessions, concerts, and wonderful people, wonderful play and chamber music, and so on. So I'm looking forward for the next year, and we look forward for the better and more optimistic times. Thank you, everyone, to make it possible. All the best.